Good morning. In this presentation, I'd like to give you a brief overview about what I learned about the flipped classroom model of teaching. Before I begin, I would like to thank Michael Orlando and Elizabeth Solomon for their help and guidance during the year. Teachers can create engaging lessons that introduce information to students before a class meets. In this short lesson, I am able to introduce second-year Spanish students to the artwork of Carmen Lomas Garza. Students can read and listen to the short text simultaneously. Carmen Lomas Garza. Carmen Lomas Garza nació en Texas en 1948. Ella es una artista chicana, o sea que nació en los Estados Unidos, pero su familia es de herencia mexicana. En sus pinturas, Carmen Lomas Garza crea imágenes de la vida cotidiana de familias mexicano-americanas. Observa los colores en la pintura. ¿Quiénes son las personas que celebran el cumpleaños? ¿Cómo celebran el cumpleaños? ¿Qué tiempo del año es? ¿Hace frío o hace calor? ¿Piensas que esta familia quizás es una familia chicana? ¿Cómo celebras tú tu cumpleaños? ¿Tu familia celebra los cumpleaños con una piñata? ¿Con un pastel? ¿O celebras de una forma diferente? In the flipped classroom lesson, teachers can include exercises for students to practice in order to ensure a basic understanding of the material that was introduced. Once students have responded to the exercises, answers can be provided so that students can check their work before the next class. Using the Explain Everything app on our iPads, lessons can be created to include colorful visuals that can enhance our lessons. Teachers can add videos to their lessons, such as this one that presents a short interview with Carmen Lomas Garza. Teachers also can add short musical selection, such as this one, illustrating a typical Hispanic birthday song. The flipped classroom model can promote teacher creativity when creating lessons for students. Following a lesson, classroom time can be spent having students practice and apply the information they learned independently the night before. For example, here is another painting by Carmen Lomas Garza. During class, students can study this painting and participate with commentary in Spanish about what they see. The lesson viewed at home will have served as a guide to help them identify the style and characteristics of this painting. Classroom time can also be spent having students engage in collaborative work. For this activity, students will be divided into pairs and asked to think about a cultural comparison. Cultures of the world share similarities and differences, and learning about global cultures allows us to learn and appreciate these differences. Students will be asked to discuss and write down 2 similarities and 2 differences in the way they celebrate their birthdays compared to the way the celebration was depicted in the painting by Carmen Lomas Garza. As students apply newly learned information in their collaborative work, the teacher can move around the classroom providing helpful feedback. Flipped classroom lessons also provide opportunities for teachers to model digital citizenship. The flipped classroom model offers students the opportunity to learn and access information outside the classroom setting in their own space and at their own pace.
And more, much more than this, I did it my way.
If newly learned information remains unclear, They have time to prepare questions at home before the next class. These lessons on video allow students to view segments of the lessons as often as they need. Students can also review information learned from past lessons before a formal assessment. Hopefully, the flipped classroom model of teaching will help students to increase their ability to become independent learners and be better prepared for college and the years ahead.